How do professional editors actually make these background effects? I mean, these effects look really premium and hard to make, but I'm here to tell you that they're really not that hard to make if you just know what to adjust and add in After Effects. Oh, and also guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Povikas and I've been a video editor for around 8 years now, and I also have a super dope video editing website called povikas.com where I have all of my video editing presets that I use for every single video editing project. I'll have my all packs bundle linked in the description if you want to check out every single presets pack that I've ever made and also be able to get every single presets pack that I will ever make as well. But anyways guys, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so in After Effects I have a clip of Yeet on a plane and I have actually masked out the clip. So at the top layer I have a mask and at the bottom layer I have the background. So if I turn off the background, Yeet is going to be completely masked out. So what you just need to do is mask out your character. For me it's going to be Yeet, for you it can be anyone else of course. And just make sure to have a background layer and also the mask layer. So if I turn off the mask, it's just going to be a completely normal clip on top of which we will make an adjustment layer. So let's turn back on the mask and go back on the background and press Ctrl Y. And this is going to be the adjustment layer on which we will add the background effects. So the first effect we can add is colorama. Now colorama is amazing for that kind of rainbow look. So at the start, I'm not gonna have it rainbow at all. So I'm just going to make the blend with original to 100% and I will keyframe it at the start to 100%. And we can go like a couple of frames forward, maybe like 5-6 frames forward. Here we can make the blend with original to 0. So the kind of rainbow will start here and we can go to the input phase as well. And right here where we are, keyframe the phase shift to 0 and now go to the ending of where we want our background to end. And let's make the phase shift like go way higher, maybe like 350, something like that. And press U and we will be able to see all of the keyframes we just made and we can put this to the ending. Now if you want, you could have made it go a bit slower, so you could just make it like 150 and it's still going to be kind of like purple red, so that's going to be pretty cool as well. And by the way guys, with this effect, like you can mess around a lot. Like you can go and make the get face from to something like hue and that will change the color. I don't really like that one, but you can go to output cycle and here just mess around a bunch. So like you could just make it to just RGB and that will change the color. You can change it around to so much, but I'll just keep it as the basic one. And now the next effect we can add is called Displacer Pro, which is an absolutely free plugin that everyone should have. But if you don't actually have this plugin, I mean, just go download it. But if you don't want to download it, then add displacement map. And here you can just take the max vertical displacement and make it like really high and go to the ending and make it to 0. And this will kind of do the similar effect, but I'm just going to delete that and I'll use the Displacer Pro. So for Displacer Pro, I'll make it to minus 152% at the start and I'll keyframe it. And I'm gonna go to the ending and I'll make it to 0. So it just kind of continuously goes down and we can press U again, select all of the Displacer Pro keyframes, press F9 and go to the graph editor. And here I like to make the graph kind of a little bit sharp, just like that. So this is how it looks now guys. I mean, that is just absolutely awful. So let's get out of the graph editor and keep going. So also just at the start, keyframe the translate X to 0% and I'll show you later on what we will do with that. And now we can add some sort of like a glow. So like you could just add a normal glow and make the glow radius like pretty high and keyframe the glow intensity and glow radius and go somewhere like right here and make the glow intensity to 0. But I don't really mess around a lot with this glow, so I'm gonna delete this glow. And here I like to add a plugin called Deep Glow 2. So if you don't have this plugin, it just add the glow effect and that will work. But I like something a bit fancier. So I'm gonna make the exposure to 0.25 and the radius to 500. But of course, if you don't have it, you just don't need it. And keyframe the exposure to 0.25 here. And now go to the ending and here make the exposure to 0. And you can also press U again and select all of the Deep Glow keyframes and press F9, go to the graph editor and make the graph something like this. So this graph will make it so the Deep Glow actually stays on for a long and at the end it just drops down. And now we can add a bulge effect. And this is like a very optional effect, but I do kind of like it here. So I'm just going to like extend it like this. So that's going to create a bit of a bulge and I'll just keyframe the bulge height, the vertical radius and the horizontal radius. And let's just go like somewhere like like right here. Very random spot, by the way. And I'll make the bulge height like minus 0.8 and the horizontal radius a bit lower and the vertical radius a bit lower. Very random things here, by the way. It's just going to add a bit of a displacement. And let's go a bit forward, and here we can make the blue height to like 0.4 and extend this back up again, and also horizontal radius extend back up. And like we can go to the ending and make the bulge height to 0, and this one a bit lower and this one a bit lower. And now I can press U again, and we can just select all of the bulge keyframes and press F9. And let's not even go to the graph editor, because this is like such a stupid little adjustment that I like to do, but I do think it kind of looks cool. It adds a bit more depth. And the last effect on top of here we can add is CC lens. And I just like to make the size at the start to 167, and we can go to like the middle, and here we can keyframe the size to 167 and go to the ending and make it to 500. And we can press U again. What this pretty much did is it also displays it a bit more. So look at before and after, like the edges pop out more, and I kind of think that looks cool. We can select all of these keyframes with CC lens, press F9, go to the graph editor, and I just like to make the graph a bit chill like that. Alright, so this is actually pretty cool right now, but let's keep adding more adjustments. So from the start we can go like 8 frames forward, and here we can actually mess around with the translate X. So I'll make it to 250, and this will push out the X side, which looks super cool in my opinion at least. And we can go to the ending, and guess what? Let's make the translate X to 0 so it ends. And select all of the translate X keyframes, press F9, and go to the graph editor. And at the graph editor we can make this point jump out a bit, and this point go a bit down, just like that. Yeah, make it kind of like this. It's just going to smooth it out just a little bit more. Oh, I like totally forgot to make the blend with original to 100% at the ending. So if you want, you can go to the ending and make it to 100%. But right around here, we could still have it at like 0%, because I do like how this looks. Like, just look how cool that looks. That looks amazing. Like, if you want, you can actually not even make it at the end. Like, you could have it somewhere here as 100%. So it will end pretty quick when it starts to fade out. So this is how the background looks. Super cool. You see this type of effect in a lot of music videos, and it just looks really premium in my opinion. And like, what you can do now, you can select the mask, the background effect, and the background, and right click, press pre-compose, and we can call this finished and press OK. And as you can see, like, we have the background effect, but it just feels like there needs to be more. Like, there needs to be some shake effect. So to do that, like, we can press Ctrl to Y, and we can go to animation presets, user presets. And for this, I absolutely love to just quickly drag and drop a preset from my Impact Presets V2 pack, which is also a part of my all packs bundle. So I definitely recommend to check that out. But here I like to drop a very creative preset, which is called RGB Melt Distortion. And this is how everything looks with RGB Melt Distortion and the background effect. That is a super dope combination, just like that. But we can delete that RGB Melt Distortion, and you can like check out a bunch of different options. So for example, the pop effect is amazing for this. Pop effect kind of does this like RGB distortion as well. Like, as you can see, that looks absolutely crazy. Actually, one of my favorite effects just right there. Also, I want to try out heavy Y shake, because I think this is going to be really cool with this one. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. And also guys, I only showed you 3 effects from the Impact Presets V2 pack, and keep in mind that if you actually get the all packs bundle, you'll have all of these presets and also every single other presets pack that I have on my website, and every single presets pack that I will ever make as well. But anyways guys, that's about it for the video. If you have any questions, then please let me know. And if you would like to learn how I make insane shake effects, then I'll have a video pop up somewhere here on the screen so you can easily check it out. But anyways, have a great day. See ya.